Scorpions coach Johnathan McKinstry continues to impress Gambian supporters with an attacking football style that has endeared him among national team fans, who see great potential following the first few games, led by the new gaffer. The Northern Irishman said his focus is not only on the senior team, as he moves to promote Gambian football to new heights, especially at the grassroots level. The new Scorpions manager has been recently busy with engagements, including visits to several GFF League matches.
It's important to see and understand the challenges and opportunities that we have here in the Gambia, and you can only do that by seeing a cross-section of what's happening in both the first and second division. And we haven't been able to get to see everybody. There's definitely some teams who will be thinking, oh, when will we get a visit? And it will come in due course, before the camp in June, the camp in September. One of my big things this year is I want to understand more about Gambian football so that we can not only work on improving at the top end of the Scorpions, but also that we can try and provide opportunities for players that maybe will play for the Scorpions in 3, 4, or 5 years' time.
McKinstry, who witnessed a number of matches at venues like Brikama, Basori, and Bakau, among others, shared his impression on the level of football at the league level.
Look, I think the players are all working extremely hard. Obviously, there's a young profile to both leagues, the first and second division. There's quite a young profile to all the teams. And you can see there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but also what you can see is, there's still a lot of roughness around the edges, so to speak. Even in today's game, there was some nice build-up play at times, but then when it got into the final 30 meters, there was maybe a poor decision made or a bit of technique that broke down. But that's natural for young players. It's also natural when the surfaces are not necessarily always top, although the pitch here is good, but you wouldn't call it Champions League level. So I think it's been good to see the players working, the coaches working with them. There's a lot of different personalities in the coaches. They're all working to their best ability in their own way at their club environments. But yeah, I think overall I've been making a lot of notes over the last couple of weeks, and hopefully those can help to, just build the game here, to grow the game here in the Gambia.
A decision-making problem were among observations highlighted by the Scorpions technician, who believes significant improvements and progress will be achieved in due course.
But I do think one thing that it does highlight, and it's one of the things I've been talking to the technical director and the executive of the GFF about, is just how we want to be working on really nailing down a game model, a philosophy for Gambian football, so that there's a real, if they always say, if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? And so for me, look, clubs are always free to work in their own way, but I think if, as you've seen many associations do all over the world, if we can say, look, this is the way we think we should develop football in the country over the long term, then I think you can start to see people working towards that. But that's not a short-term project. That's something that might take 1 or 2 years of everyone working together.
This move by the coach and national football governing body GFF forms part of strategic efforts to promote grassroots football in the Gambia. The coach is expected to work with the GFF technical department and other stakeholders for the continuous improvement of standards across GFF leagues, strengthening the beautiful game of football in the country. Famara Badjie, GRTS News.